Coming in hot. Coming in hot. I think I'm on. Coming in hot. Hello. Hello, hello. How are you today? I am excited to be coming back and sharing, getting back into the 5-day challenge. Over Thanksgiving, I have a lot of clients that are over in the States. And so I said, let's restart the last 2 final days on Monday, which is Tuesday for me. And because I didn't clarify Monday, Tuesday, Australia or not, I went with North American time and just thought I'll make it today. So how are you today? How did you go with looking at the material, doing the inner work, because the unstoppable you is there. But what happens is that we just feel, we worry what other people think about us. We think that we need to be a different person than we probably want to be. I sent out an email in regards to some of this stuff, right? So basically calling you up on, what are you feeling? Like, do you feel like you're not living in alignment with who you truly are? And before I get there, let's just say, guys, I'm so excited to be here again. It's Yvonne Purvis. I'm a transformational coach and focusing on women that want to rewrite their story and live unapologetically you. Like, no more fluffing around. It is time. It is time to be us and not think anything other than that. And stop worrying about what people think of you, what they're saying about you. It's none of your business anyway, because the people that absolutely love who you are will be there for you always. And when we start changing into this person and we really start shifting our identity and being her, people fall away. Some people are going to feel like you're just not the same person and they don't like change. And that's where we just got to love them and let them go and you just expand it. It's all about expansion. I mean, if you're wanting to keep staying the same, complaining about the same things over and over, then you're not going to get any change. So, but to change and to want more in life, we have to change. And if you don't change, here's the thing, the universe or God is going to kick you out. It's going to do it for you. It's what it did to me. Probably because I was thinking there must be more in life. I must have been having these thoughts going on in those 7 years of living in this hamster wheel that I was on. I kept watching everybody's replays on Facebook and Instagram. And yes, I know, don't take everything for what it is, but everybody was doing stuff and living life and having adventures. And then here is me and my ex sitting on the lounge watching television, and we're not even sitting beside each other. Close. All right. So unstoppable. Are you taking on too much, leaving yourself little room for your own desires? And constantly feeling like you're putting yourself last. Hesitating to take action because of fear, judgment, rejection, overwhelm, whatever you want to call it, right? Fears, fear of failure, paralyzed by your own overthinking. There's a world of overload of information. And sometimes we get lost in that fear, lost in the overload, paralyzed to actually take a step because you start overthinking it and over judging it and overthinking, will it work for me or la, right? And this is where this habit and perpetuating the same results are happening, comparing yourself to others. You think that what they have is everything, but knowing, deep down that it's probably not really how you feel and how you want to be. Struggling to juggle success in your business with a fulfilling personal life. I've had so many clients, right, that struggled with this. How did they balance the work-life demands with being mother and having children and then having a husband, all the things that they felt like they had to wear the hat because they were running the ship. Because let's face it, women, we were meant, that's sort of old tradition of feeling like we are meant to hold the ship down. And the world today is shifted, especially for the younger generation. They don't put up with that, right? They have higher expectations for themselves. So it's just about having more expectations for yourself. And where does that, and when you're juggling all that, here's the big thing, because I know this happened to me, is, I was feeling exhausted all the time. I wanted to sleep all the time. I was tired all the time. I was burnt out from doing nothing, burnt out from exhaustion, and really disconnected from my own joy. I didn't even know what joy was. I didn't even know what that meant. I remember I had a coach for my business at the time. I had a couple of coaches during the parts of my marriage, and I quit coaching with her because everything all came back to him, my ex-husband. It was all, I didn't want to look at it, but as soon as it came up and reared its head, I would just stop and I'd keep myself small. All right. So the good news is that you're in the perfect place, right? To create change. It's being aware of this. And hopefully by taking the last 3 days and taking action and doing some journaling and listening to some of that inner voice, you're really starting to see that everything is either the stuff that you're not wanting to look at. But here's the thing, you got to make a choice today if you want to make it a change in that. And oh no, I didn't record. So we're going to have to start all over. Silly me, silly me. Actually, no, the recording's already on. It'll be on YouTube Live. So it'll be okay. I'll just send the link. I'm already listening to myself. So where was I? The great thing is that you're in the right place now to make some of those changes, to really lean into what you want to lean into. Nothing changes if you don't change. I had so many things coming up. There's like a new moon shifting, right? Next week. And there was one, I think, just a week ago or last weekend on the 1st. And wow, the energies, I don't know. Did you feel it? I didn't sleep Sunday night. Sunday night, I was just like wired, and I'm thinking there lying going, there must be a moon coming because I was feeling it. And it's been a very reactive moon as well. So a lot of chaos happening in there. So maybe you've been feeling that as well. Bit snappy at people. It happened to me and I thought, oh, they warned me. They said that. There was 2 things that happened last week that I just kind of went, oh, this is the energy they're talking about. So are you aware of the energy? Have you been feeling that, unsettledness and kind of feeling like you have to voice your opinion, a bit of ego, almost like I'm right. This is why it's not happening. Why haven't you called me back? So as I was saying, you're in the right place to make the changes now and to create a change. And you've had a workbook to be able to go back and really do the baby steps and do some of this work on you. And I hope you're making those changes. Because if this is you now, all right, this is where I want you to really tune into what the unstoppable woman looks like, right? So think about this. Think about, gosh, and I talked about visualization. And today I really want to talk about visualization. And what does that mean? It means seeing your life. You've got to be in a meditative state, quiet, that you get your mind to see more. And if you've never done this, this is going to be something new for you. And it's not always easy to get into that because the brain's going to keep going, going, going. So I'd be recommending to start meditating, because when we start meditating is when we get to really connect with ourselves in the higher purpose, in the higher, the universe that is up there. And the moon last night and all the stars was incredible. But it's a galaxy. And like you can see like the rockets that go up there. There's videos of the galaxy up there. It's all beautiful and colorful. It's just incredible. And when I saw that video, I was like, wow, there is something, there is God up there. God works through me, right? Helping me to come here and share this. I used to call it the universe. I called it source energy. But I know I can feel when I'm in alignment. And the last couple of days, I wasn't so in alignment, right? I could feel a little, I was feeling my body's craving some sleep and rest right now. And today was like, okay, I really need to listen to this, right? We're still got weeks to go before the end of the year. And so it's about listening to that alignment, taking a breath. You know, even when we have things to do, we don't need to do them. We don't have to rush, right? It's about taking our time, listening, doing them in alignment that feels good. And all of this is part of that unstoppable. It's not like go, you know, out there and be outrageous. I'm not interested in that. I just want to be who I am, unstoppably, unapologetically, meaning that when people make a comment or say something, right? You just go, yeah, yeah. You know, I had somebody say to me when on my running, you know, she said, wow, you make decisions fast. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Someone else said to me, oh, you're very spiritual. Yes, yes, I am. I'm connected. I'm connected to the higher power, right? I am very attuned to who I am. I love myself unconditionally. And when you feel that, you're okay when someone says, or you feel an energy of out of alignment or whatever that make you feel uncomfortable. You know, it's so easy to, when we are judging ourselves, here's the thing, when we are judging ourselves, that anything that someone says, you can feel like it's a compliment or it's not. Most times you take it as not a compliment. You can take it as, is that a judgment? Why did she say that? And that's when you're focusing too much on yourself rather than focusing on just being good and kind and loving yourself. So it's a perspective. And I want you to really think about that as you are in your days in doing this work, that you are like, when you get into a visualization meditation, everything would be beautiful, right? You'd have no chaos. Everybody would be fun, having a great time. So this is where I want you to start leaning into, right? Like that is who you are. So imagine this. Imagine by the end of 2025, you're making more money than you ever have before, not working harder, but stepping into your worth, raising your rates, attracting those beautiful clients, attracting more alignment opportunities that creates more wealth for you. You're open to receive. You're an open vessel to receive. You're showing up confidently in your own way, creating an authentic connection, you know, with a beautiful community and friends and new friends that are coming into your lives, right? Who's excited, I should say, you know, to work with you or support your vision. It could be a new partner. It could be your family, your friends. You know, when we're making change, not everybody understands our change. And don't ask for change. Don't ask others for change because you don't want their opinion. It doesn't matter. This is where you got to make your own decisions. Now, I know sometimes even in my life, I've had when I was moving, because it's been a big last 6 months for me. I had to recognize why my body is craving some sleep, right? Like I had my house on the market, like 2 open houses almost a week. That was almost 4 months. And then of course you're packing and then you're moving. And then I had to go and put my stuff in storage and went into an Airbnb. And then I got into this place. And it has been this treadmill of go, go, go. And my body now is feeling that, right? So I've lost track why I went into that, but I want you to take a breath. Like change and asking people. So when I had my girlfriend come over, I needed some help because I was a little bit tired. I was needing some extra support, and that's okay. See, I asked for the support. and she loved decorating and stuff. She's taken some courses. And I said, so she helped me pick out some items. And even the other day I was online shopping for just some canvas prints, with the sales Black Friday. I got some really beautiful canvas prints, one for my bedroom, one for my office. And I was looking at them, and you're doing the sizes and you're measuring, and then you're tired, so you second guess yourself. But I sort of knew what I wanted. So that's okay when we ask for support. But if you go in asking someone, I think I'm going to quit my job because I really want to have an online business so I have more freedom. You could get people that say, why would you ever do that? You have a steady income. And then others would say, wow, that sounds amazing. Do you have a plan? Are you just quitting? Like, what's the strategy? Right? So be mindful when we are in a place of shift and change. So important to know that you are comfortable with those changes where you truly are. Not from fear, but you want to know that everything you're doing is aligned with you and you're good to go. Making a decision with selling my house, right? First time I put it on, didn't sell, and then I wavered, I took it off. It's like, oh, I don't know. It wasn't from fear. It really was like, I don't know. I don't think I was ready. I don't think I had alignment at that time. And that was okay. It was the perfect timing because it all worked out the way it was supposed to. And I know that, right? So that was I think I was running, thinking I need to get out of there. And then when I went and held on, I made the decision to sell my house in the right place. Like, I was so ready for change. Like, it wasn't about what I got. I was a motivated seller. Okay. So those are the decisions that you want to be in alignment, right? So what else? Let's just say, imagine that, so there's the confident woman as well, because the confident woman doesn't have to ask. The confident woman's like, you know what? I'm booking this because of blah, blah, blah. Even making holidays with your husband or whatever, you can make the decisions. You don't have to ask unless it's some work stuff. And then what about for you if you're, waiting for your dream partner? Imagine from a year from now, you've got your dream partner who cherishes you, right? Loves you for who you are, supports you in every way, and inspires you to grow into your fullest potential. I mean, that one was my wording because I want someone who's going to allow me to expand and keep expanding and keep growing. I won't have somebody who wants to keep me this way and put me in a bottle and then put the cap on and keep tightening it and tightening and tightening. I've done that. I'm not doing it again. I have a voice. I want to use it. I want to speak it. I want to help. It's all for the greater good. Does that feel good? And then what if you've created a life where your business supports your health, happiness, and relationships, not the other way around? And I'm putting those into play. The hours I want to work, my boundaries. I want you to be crystal clear. This is the time. This is a really powerful time with the new moon coming up, going into 2025. You don't want to be doing the January New Year's Eve resolution. You want to be planning now. So this has come in at the right time, right? And then I want you to think about, you're combining your mindset mastery, your aligned action and manifestation to quantum leap into a life that feels aligned with your biggest desires. And that's my last thing, because I'm going to be doing one more challenge before the end of the year on exactly this. All right. Your mindset mastery for your manifestation quantum leap. So if this sounds good, make sure you email me back if you're on my email list and let me know you definitely want in that. All right. Because that is going to be incredible, an incredible 5 days to work with me in a chat and support. Okay. So your future, okay, this future is closer than you think. You just have to allow it to be seen. And this is where today is about really going inward and seeing that person. Because you've all come so far. A lot of you are watching the replays. So that's okay. So watch these replays and make sure that you're doing this work. I've had a lot of inner conversations with myself lately. I'm reading an incredible book. It's and I'm studying it. I'm not reading it, right? When I get a book, I'm studying. It's all about growth. And it was talking exactly about this stuff, like our future of who we want. So today on this challenge, and tomorrow we'll finish off. Today is about who do you want? What do you want to create for an unstoppable woman? What is it? Be specific. What are the goals that you want? And I want you to start thinking and seeing you in the life. So your dream life, right? You've created this amazing business that supports you and your health. So what time would your business start? Maybe it would start at 10 if you have children, right? So that you can you can go and work out in the morning, because of course it's about your health. So you need to get your exercise in. So you go do that. Then you come home and you eat your breakfast. And if you have kids, you're getting your kids ready. And you be able to take them to school. If you maybe do week on or week off with husband, doesn't matter. But then you can come home and you have your time to get ready for work. How would that feel? 10 a.m. And the happiness comes because you're finally having space for you. Your morning is your time for you. Okay. And then you fit your relationships in those other spots, right? So you go to work, you might go and have a catch up with girlfriends afterwards, after work. I want you to start seeing what kind of life would you really love? Doesn't it sound fun? It sounds amazing, right? Sorry, I haven't checked any of our chats here. So what would you love? Yep. Okay. Where's my notes there? I really wanted to be really clear on today's message, today's training, today's mentorship of our 5-day challenge. Okay. So, going back into the visualization, I want you to really see it and feel it, like that tingling feeling. Like if you don't know how to do it, like I want you to think about something that you have, like the feeling of, say, you want a new car. How do you feel when you have that new car? You can smell the new car. You get in, it's just like, oh, doesn't it feel great? The seats feel amazing because your car is like getting older and it doesn't support you anymore. It doesn't have that smell like clean cars, almost like a puppy. When you get a puppy, they smell so good. You just want to eat them. Sorry. And babies. So you get into this beautiful car. It smells amazing. It's so new. And it drives incredible, right? It's super quiet. It's smooth. Can you feel that? I can feel that. I got goosebumps. Now I'm ready for a new car. I was talking to my neighbor about it. So we want to feel that. I want you to see yourself driving in. I want you to see yourself, it parked in your garage or at your house. See what that feels like. That's how we manifest, okay? Quicker. This is the quantum leap. That's why this quantum leap manifestation is going to be so good. And when you start doing that, that's where we live, right? So then you got to just know that it's done. You've got the car. And if it's having those clients, the business that you want to have a business that is giving you time back so you have more freedom, right? So you're starting your day at 10. You work whatever hours they work, right? Now, if it's new business, it might not be adaptable, right? So usually it's a business that's been in business for a while that you have people that can help you and support you. but you still get to choose as an entrepreneur, right? What I love about what I do is it is on my time. It's freedom, right? People get into online businesses. I've got a couple of colleagues that, you know, have jumped into some online businesses because they want to get out of their corporate jobs. I think that's who I was speaking to the other day. Somebody, she was in corporate and wanting to get into her own business. So we've been talking about how I can support her along that journey. So the change all starts from within. And the one thing that I do know, being an entrepreneur, is that it always gives you, if you have the boundaries, it can give you more freedom, right? But it's knowing that you can have them, not being sucked in that you think that you got to always be on, which I did, right? That's where I was working my business incredibly, just, it was burning out a bit. So I want you to think about, like, what do you want? What do you love? What would your business look like? And if you want to get out and start doing your own business, what would it look like? Why do you want to do it? How would it feel? And everything is always a little bit scary. It's okay, right? It's just your back brain because it's something new. So let's just do a little quick visualization. All right, so I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to imagine yourself, okay? You're a confident, the powerful version of you. Life is great. You wake up. You can see how she moves. You can see how slowly and confident you walk into the bathroom, even how you see yourself. You're brushing your teeth. You're pulling your hair up. You're feeling so amazing because you've just had a beautiful, deep 8-hour sleep. Then you walk into the kitchen. You're getting your breakfast or coffee. You know, the kids are, maybe they're screaming, but you're just had a beautiful calmness about you. Nothing matters. You let them do their thing. You walk out, you grab your coffee, you take a moment and you get to sit and you make some journaling and you start thinking about your day and what you're creating and how it's unfolding for you. How your partner, husband sits down beside you calmly. Imagine if it's a new relationship. So you don't really know who this person is yet, but you know he's there. He's everything. And you feel it. You touch him. Touch his hand. You feel the support. You can have another scene. So creating these little scenes are really important, right? This is part of the manifestation. So what if you did one that you're celebrating your biggest month or your biggest year, celebrating the end. So you'd be closing your eyes and you'd wake up and you'd be putting on your beautiful dress. You know which dress you're pulling out, you're putting it on. You walk out, your partner, husband says, wow, you look amazing. Then you're going out, you get in the car, you're going out to celebrate with some friends at a restaurant. You walk in and they're all looking at you and they're like, woohoo, they're so cheering you on. You feel so good. You're walking in there, hugging, kissing, and everybody's celebrating your success because your friends support you. Maybe it's a new relationship, maybe it's a marriage. It can be whatever kind of success you would love it to be. Doesn't that feel good? That's how you want to feel. Okay, that is emotional. It's got to feel emotional. If it's not emotional, it's just a dream. We want to live in this. And then when you feel it, do you feel the shift of your identity in that? Because we want to shift our identity, right, in that feeling and knowing it's done. So creating a successful business, maybe you want to bring in, you know, $200,000 in your business for the year. Maybe you want to have $500,000 in your business. Doesn't matter. It's all the same. So dream big, right? Like when we're doing this, that's what that means. It means that the universe is open for us to have more. It is limitless. We can have whatever we desire. So when I think back to my businesses, this is before we thought about any kind of manifestation, but I was looking at my life and I was thinking, wow. So when I had my corporate event business, right, I was started it on the side from working in hospitality and still being a dancer. I think I was still dancing. I'm not sure. I might have been doing little bits, winding out. And I started selling tickets. Yeah, like hockey tickets, baseball tickets. And that little business, I was earning a really great income. I wasn't really dancing. I'm sure it stopped me from dancing from there. And I kept doing the evening work because I loved it and, you know, it's good money. And, but then as I started to do more and getting more jobs in the corporate events, I ran into somebody who I remember I was going to work on a job and I met this guy who was also working on another job for this producer. And he was earning six figures. And I said to him, I said, oh, I can't wait. Oh, that'd be so amazing to earn six figures, you know, 100K. And he was like, oh, it's no big deal. Like he just like, oh, whatever. And I, wow. Anyway, I remember going home thinking, wow, that'd be amazing. And this is what happened from there is that as I started to just continue in being in my job, in my business, I got busier and I started then to employ. I brought on some team members and I brought on one and then I brought on another one. And by doing those little baby steps, I started to create more demand in my life, in my business. And we ended up hitting like, I don't know how many years through it took, but over the 15 years of running that business, which starting from scratch to building it and having 8 employees. And then even in the downturn when I was moving and I let everyone find jobs because I was changing the business. I couldn't have them when I was living in this country. I brought on a partner that could take it on and she was a name. So I knew I could keep the stability. I would have earned over those years, anywhere from like, I think $4 million over those years back then. So we're talking, you know, mid-20s I was when I sort of started this, like 25, 26, that might be 27, right? 27 years of age. And I kept that business, I think GSC, I don't know, 26, 36, would have been close to 40. I still had it. So maybe I was a bit older, don't know the age. All right. But I was generating a lot of money, all from identity shifting and allowing to see more. So if I can do that, you can do that. We can have whatever we want. It's listening to what we desire. It's being okay with what we desire, not quieting ourselves down. I want you to really expand from this. Think bigger. Think bigger. And when you think that you could go a little more and it may scare you, I want you to still go for that. I want you to step into the unstoppable woman that you are. Why would you not want to? I don't know about you, but like when you get into your 50s, when is it time? If you're younger, then what do you want when you're 50, right? Like if you are 40 and thinking, gosh, you know, I'd love to have that and be able to do this and maybe have semi-permanent retire. I don't like that word retire, but you're so set up that you can continue working, but now it's only because you love what you do, right? There is a difference when we have the income that's coming in for us and we love what we do versus when we're starting a business. It's a bit of that, you know, uncertainty and trying this and trying that, which I've done. I get it. Done it a couple of times in changing businesses. Okay. So I want you to get really clear on what you would want to achieve in the next year. And from this last day in this challenge, the challenge is for you. It's not for me, it's for you. And the embodiment is knowing it's done. It's just like, okay, you can get into that vision, you can feel it, you can see the car. If you want to think about one thing, you can see the car, you feel the car, and now you're just like, yeah, you're just waiting for it now. And it's just like, okay, yeah, it's done. And it'll fall into place. The right one, what you want to pay for it, everything will fall into place. Sometimes though, when we're wanting something, is gonna, everything else goes away. Literally, your life will crumble. Okay, so stay in it. Stay in the vision, stay in the person, be unstoppable. Don't let your dreams go. Don't make excuses. Don't get sidetracked. I've been thinking about things that I have wanted to achieve last year, and some of them I started, and I've already been thinking, okay, I need to take action on these things for 2025. So I'm getting it into play. I'm moving through in same as you're doing. I'm making these plans. I'm seeing my vision. What am I wanting? What do I want to achieve? And what do I want to experience? It's all about experience, right? Our life is about experience. So set the stage. Yeah, set your stage. Because tomorrow we're going to get into deeper conversations about this. Really about the embodiment of the energy, okay? And think about some affirmations for yourself. Like, what do you need to say to yourself to keep you in alignment? What do you need to, because let's be honest, right? When we want something, we're desiring it, that back brain's going to do everything it can to stop you. It's going to take you back down. It's going to say, no, you can't do that. You haven't done that before. It'll give you all these limiting beliefs. It'll just keep at it. And it's programmed to do that. And you guys have all had it, even with dieting. Oh, you shouldn't have eaten that. You know, I feel so fat. Why did you eat that? And then if it's your children, maybe you're arguing at your kids and you're saying things, or you've had a banter with your with your husband, you know, and you're saying not nice things together of each other. And then you go over those conversations. Girlfriends, somebody makes a comment and you're thinking about it. I want you to really step into this self-awareness and the thoughts that you're going through that mindset. That mindset is everything. It will take you in the game. It'll keep you in the game. It'll take you out of the game. Simple as that. And let me tell you, I spent 3 years ago, my mindset took me out of my game. My own limiting beliefs, my own self-sabotage, my own disbelief I could run this business, that I could do a business online. I was questioning all of those, and those thoughts were running through my mind. Honest truth. I know the power of the mind. And I don't know if it's age that has happened, or if it's, I'm not sure, you know, as we change in life, I think we can get more comfortable in ourselves as we're older, and it takes a little more to make those risks and make those next steps. But I'm here to show you guys know this about me. I keep going forward. I'm not going to stay still. I want to live my life, incredible life, that we get to be on this planet and live as we desire. So what do you want to live? How do you want to live? Be that now. Right? Take those opportunities and be doing them now. Stop waiting for something to change in your life. So how fun was this? This has been really, really deep today. And I wasn't sure what I was going to speak about today, like intentionally. I'm glad I made some notes because it keeps me on par. And even though I'm speaking, you know, a lot in alignment at the moment, it's really about making sure that you're keeping this guy here in check. This is the only thing that is going to help you move into what you desire or not. That's it. Don't limit yourself. Don't think you can't have it. Want a partner? I've had a woman said, I want a rich partner. I said, great. What's he do? What's he look like? Okay. You want to have that kick butt body? Great. You want to have those rock solid abs? I think about it. I don't need rock solid. I saw a girl on YouTube or on Instagram. Oh my God. I looked at the exercises and I was like, yeah, you got to do the work, right? You can't just manifest it. And I was like, yeah, wow. It was intense workout. She had the whole six pack. I don't want that. I just want nice solid abs that you can see though, right? So everyone has their own desire. Everybody wants something different. So this is where you got to keep your blinders on. I want you to think about what it is that you want and only stay what you're creating in your life. Don't let people say anything, hear them, go, okay, yeah, great, thank you. And that's it, move on. When that back brain starts coming up, you say, no, not today. No, you're not doing this today. It was doing it to me this morning. I was getting my makeup on and I'm like, Yvonne, no. You're not doing that. That is not you. That is the old self. So because I have my identity, I know I've changed, right? I have these, I don't like saying it's not a big goal. I just know where I'm going. And it's holding the vision. So the way I hold that vision, you got to be super clear. You got to be super staying like the Delula, we call it. You got to convince yourself and keep convincing yourself till you friggin' see it until it shows up. That's it. That's all you have to do. Stay the plan. Know you're doing it. Don't let others take you out. Don't let your brain take you out of this game. Okay? So what is your Delula? And this is a word. They talk about it all the time. My mentor talked about it. I was like, I had heard about it. But it is, you've got to convince yourself that you are successful. You've got to convince yourself that you are worth this. You have to convince yourself that you are worthy of a beautiful partner who's going to love you and cherish you and spoil you. You've got to convince yourself that your marriage sometimes is friggin' so amazing. You know, when it's rocky, you have to do that work. You have to say, I love him, I love him, I love him, and it's all going to be fine. I remember doing that in mine. If it's, you know, having the dedication to build your business or grow your business, or you want to have those clients coming in and the sales coming in that gives you that security and you feel more secure in your life because we have bills to pay, right? And that's another money mindset thing. I'll do that in 2025. Okay, we're going to talk about money because money is what we all need. There's a need for it, right? I'm hearing a lot of conversations with my friends and the words they use. And I just go, ooh, don't want to hear those words, right? So we got to mind our mind, got to convince ourselves of what we absolutely desire. That is it. What do you desire? Oh, okay, guys, this has been so fun today. Any questions? I know I had some questions. Let me just check some women in my Telegram. Let me just see if they popped anything in there. Nope. Okay, I'm watching the recording. All right, so I will see you tomorrow. And don't forget, come into the Telegram. You know, it's a good little community. They've been a little bit quiet because now we've had a few days apart. But it is where some more support will be carrying on. I'm not using Facebook group at the moment. So Telegram is my hotspot. And you can get more of me over there. So come into the group. It's fun over there. And look out for tomorrow. All right. And if you haven't registered and you're watching me on YouTube, I'll pop the link in so you can register. And gosh, ladies, I want you to know that you can have everything you want. We just need to rewrite our story. Okay. It's about rewriting our story and you can have it all. You're meant to have it all. Thank you. I'm so grateful for you being here with me today.